Hello, Jim Hodges here, Zeb here. Zeb is a 5.5-month-old Brittany that came in for our 2-week residency program. Really good little boy, knows how to learn. He's very social, likes people, does his obedience real well, loves treats, by the way. He also is a hunting dog, so he can be very distracted. So he's got that double curse, distraction for hunting, distraction because he's a puppy, okay? It's our job to encourage him when we're working together to focus on us. We do that a lot by interaction. That's the biggest thing, is by praise, by being motivational with our voice. Yes, we may have to bite on a consequence, but we're not designed to bite in a hard way. We're not here to scare him or make him hurt in any way, but we are here to let him know we mean what we say. We use treats sparingly because he can get sort of sidetracked by treats. I use treats especially for new tricks, for the come command. In fact, we'll do a couple of tricks later on another video that he is learning, so they'll give you something else for you two to do together. So we're going to start with the obedience. Listen to me. Watch what I do, how I do it. If he messes up, we're going to fix it. If I mess up, we're going to fix it. And we just go from there, okay? Are you ready, good boy? All right. Great, let's go. So let's go with our walking command. Zeb was really a puller in the beginning. So I tell people that whenever I have a dog here, when he goes back home, he's going to go right back to doing the things he used to do at home. That's the way dogs are wired. I tell people they like to learn in environments and scenarios. So you're going to have to be ready. That's why we work together. If we go, let's go. And he starts to go out in front, we would tap the leash back just like that. When we tap it back, we would tell him or no, okay? And then let's go. The important thing is, let's go. When he's walking with me, I'm going to praise him. Attaboy, good boy. We're going to change speeds. We're going to stop and go sit. Good boy. Good boy. Right, let's go. We're going to do whatever we need to do to work him. If he gets a little distracted, I would change direction. No, let's go. Don't want him smelling the ground while we're working. He doesn't do that very often. He used to do it an awful lot. That's part of that hunting instinct. He's got a real keen sense of smell. Let's go. Good. So remember, if I had to tap the leash, I would tap it in the direction that I wanted him to go in. So if he was out in front, I'd be tapping back. If he was that way, I would tap here. I would tell him no when I tap, tell him let's go, and then I would come back and provide light praise when he did it right. The next thing is the SIT command. SIT, sit. Good boy. Hand signal for sit. We tell him to sit, he has to hold that sit. We praise him, that's so important. Sit means sit. He holds that sit until we release him. If he did not do the sit, or if he popped out of the sit, we would go, no, sit. Then come back with a little bit of praise. Break, sit, save the good praise, attaboy, for doing it right the first time. Good boy. Break. Notice I said break a few times. The break is a release for our dog. It's to tell him that he doesn't have to work. Notice that when I tell him to break, I step away. What I am doing subliminally is teaching him that I am the center of the universe, okay? And then when I break him, I want to encourage him to come to me. When he comes to me, I'm going to pet him and love him. We're, again, subliminally working with him coming to us as the center core of his life. Also is to help us with the COME command when we're doing that, both on-leash and off-leash. So it's SIT. Let's go. So we could be walking, sit. He sits, he holds it. Attaboy, break. Sit. We're going to go back and do it again. He's watching me. Good boy. I think he wants to down, but we're not going to do it. Anytime I see a dog looks like he wants to anticipate what I'm doing, I don't do that command. I move on to something else. Break. Good boy. Sit. Now we do the down. Good boy. Make sure he's not on me. Down means down. The side command for down is just like that. If he did not down, I would have reached down and grabbed the leash and told him, no, down, just like I tapped there. Good boy. So it's no down. He has to hold that down. We could put a down stay on him, but we'll talk about that in a second. We'll tell him down. He's in that down. He has to hold it. until we release him. We can release him or we could go, let's go, right back into another command. So we come right back, down. Notice that time I didn't put him in a sit first, and we've got Salem here with us as well, but he's in that down command. So I was watching him, good boy, sit. Hear my voice, how I motivated him up? Good boy. So now he's in the sit. The D-O-W-N from in front, down. Good boy. So in front it's like this, down. If he didn't down, I would have stepped in and bit him, okay? Break, let's go. He was really enamored by cats in the beginning. He's still checking the cat out, but he's doing real well with us. Let's go. So you see how he turned off of the cat and came right with me? Attaboy. So now if I wanted to, he's walking with me real. Good boy. Now I give him a little bit of a treat, tell him how good he is, and say, attaboy. Notice that treat came when he was least expecting it, but he was doing exactly what I wanted. I call that manna from heaven. When we're teaching a dog, we'll use treats along with praise and touch to tell him when he's done something right. But we might want to try to get his attention or keep him focused. It's okay to use a treat from time to time, but don't get caught in the rut of giving him a treat all the time. So I gave it to him when he was least suspecting it, or expecting it, or suspecting it, either way. And when he did it, I praised him, let him know how good I was, and now hopefully as we go on in life, that's going to teach him to focus a little bit more. Let's go. Sit. Good. Next thing is the heel command. The heel command is we have a box beside us. We've worked with it. His job is to stay in the box. Our job is to keep him in the box. When I stop, he is to stop and sit. Hand signal like this, heel. So we come in, stop, he sits. And notice I can step away. He's going to be holding that sit. Heel. This way. See how I'm turning? Attaboy. Good boy. And he's holding again. Break. Attaboy. Good boy. Give you a little treat. Good boy. Break. So then I gave him a treat, notice, when I broke him. He was doing the job. I released him. He came up to me. Then I gave him a treat. Again, sending subliminal messages to him that I'm the center of the earth for him. Good boy. You do whatever. So you see, he's trying to anticipate and he's trying to watch me now. One or two little treats can go a long way. We just don't want him working for treats. To anybody listening out there, treats are a great way to teach a dog that's motivated by treats. But where it becomes a problem is overuse and not incorporating the praise and the touch that you do, and consequence if he chooses to ignore it. Let's go. All right, one of the things that we taught this guy to do is how to load up in the car. We started that with right here. Load up, boy. Come on, load up. Good boy. Break. So that could be to get on furniture, although I don't advise it. I use it an awful lot for loading up in vehicles or jumping obstacles, whatever you may choose to do with it. You ready? Let's go. Hand signal, place. Attaboy. Good boy. He's got a lot of zeal for that place command. He can do this for a couple hours at a time, easily. When we're relaxing in the evening, we'll put him on a place. We may give him something to chew on. He actually loves our Jim Hodges Dog Training elk antlers, okay? Both the split and the holes. He'll take it and chew on them for hours at a time. It's a great way when you've got a puppy that's teething to have something to work their jaw without it being something in your house, a piece of furniture or a rug or something along those lines. So we have our second cat out. I don't know if you saw her walking across the screen. Have another bed over here. She's gotten right into bed and going crazy. It's got him excited. That's okay. He's going to do this. He's a puppy. He's a hunting dog. He's going to get distracted. Our job is to make him do what we ask when we ask him to do it. Ideally, we're going to get him to want to do it. So we're going to get him to try to break off this, and we're going to try it right here in just a second. If I ask him to break or let's go and he doesn't break, means he doesn't have to do anything. But if I break him, he doesn't pop off the bed, he's ignoring things, then I told him let's go, and he decided not to, that's when I would provide the consequence. Remember, the consequence for sit is straight up, let's go, or movement is this way, and down is down. You ready, boy? Break, let's go. Good boy. Sit. Thank you, sir. Off my foot. Thank you. Down. Stay. Now my open palm was used to tell him to down, stay. And you notice he can roll over, he can smell the ground, he can do whatever he wants in the down as long as he doesn't get up and walk away. I usually put a dog in a down stay for 10, 15, 20 minutes at a time. I'll even give him something to chew on as well. He has to stay. Now, I also use the stay command when I'm walking out of a room. If he's free in the room, I will use it as a barrier. Like when I go through the threshold of a door, I'll tell him to stay. In the beginning, I'll have him dragging a leash or have the tab attached. If he comes through that door, I'll get him, bite him back, no, stay, and then immediately walk out of the room again, okay? So he's in the down stay. I normally keep him in it for at least a couple of minutes. In your booklet, I told you let's try to do a down stay for 10, 15 minutes at a time. The down and the down stay is a wonderful way to teach your dog when he will listen to you that you're the leader. Down is the most submissive command a dog would have to do. Break, boy. Good boy. So the other thing that we have, and I tell people to do this as much as you can with a treat or a toy, is the COME command. We can do it structured, and then we can do it when he's off leash in the backyard or something like that. The key when he's off leash, and I'm going to pretend like he's off leash right now, is we're going to call his name. We're not just going to tell him to COME when he's out here running around, because if he's too occupied by the cats or butterflies or bees, we tell him to COME and he'd rather mess with that, and he doesn't come. He just learned that there's a time that he doesn't have to obey. We don't want that to happen. So right now, for the next 200-300 times, we're going to sort of implant that desire, hopefully, to come. So I'm going to get his attention, show him I've got a treat, try to encourage him to start to run to me, and then notice as he's coming to me, that's when I'm going to tell him to come. This is the off-leash come command, although we're on a leash right now, okay? You can practice it with him dragging the leash, you can practice it with a long line, and if you've got a fenced-in yard or a fenced-in area, you don't even need to have anything attached to it. Just remember, you only give him the actual command when he commits to you. Sam, hey buddy, look what I got. Look, come. Atta boy, I dropped it on the ground, I'm gonna pick it up. Atta boy, that's such a good boy. Break. So if you go back and look at the video, I said, Dad, look what I got. He turned and started running to me, okay? As soon as he started running to me and committed, that's when I gave him the come. I'm setting him up, future, to want to come to me, okay? So very important. We practice that hundreds of times. Really be enthusiastic with him when he does come to you. So let's go. Sit. Break. Let's get to a place that you can see. Sit. So the next thing is the on-leash come command. It's going to be a little more technical. We're going to ask him to come. If he doesn't come, we're going to tap the leash to us. Now we're going to tell him to come, and he has to come. It's not like off-leash where we're trying to get his attention and commitment first. Step, come. He comes, he sits. Good boy. Break. You can use a treat for that. Come. Atta boy. Good boy. Break. Now, if he didn't come, I would have tapped the leash towards me. If he didn't sit in front of me, I would have tapped the leash straight up and told him no sit. We do this over and over. We try to get excited. This has been a really strong test with a couple of cats out and a crow up in the tree. It's been a lot of distractions. But he'll still do things that you ask. As a puppy, we're not going to spend 20, 30 minutes working him, at least not right now. 5, 10 minutes is good. 15 minutes is good. When you're taking him for a walk, because this breed needs exercise. You don't want to take him on a hard surface walk all the time for miles and miles, but you do want to get him out and exercise. If you have any doubts about how far you should walk, talk to your vet about him and what would be best as far as exercise and walking. But that exercise takes the edge off. That exercise is a wonderful time for you to build a relationship together. You know, if you need me, you just pick up the phone and give me a call, okay? 336-945-3232. You can find me at JimHodgesDogTraining.com and Facebook.com/Jim Hodges Dog Training. I'm here for you. Just give me a call. Thank you so much. You're going to have a great guy as he grows up. Take care. Bye-bye.